హాయ్ గైస్, నేను మీ హరిపురుషోత్తం. సో మన గురూజీ సిరీస్లో భాగంగా ఇవాళ ఎపిసోడ్ 2 గైస్. సో ఇవాళ ఎపిసోడ్ 2లో అగైన్ మనము రాజరెడ్డి సార్ యొక్క వీడియోసే చూద్దాం గైస్. నేను లాస్ట్ వీడియోలో చెప్పలేకపోయాను. ప్రొఫెసర్ రాజ్ రెడ్డి ఈజ్ వన్ ఆఫ్ ద సీనియర్ ప్రొఫెసర్స్ ఇన్ కంప్యూటర్ సైన్స్. హీ హ్యాస్ won the first doctorate award in computer science guys from Stanford University, and he is also honored by Turing Awards. So Turing Award అనేటువంటిది కంప్యూటర్ సైన్స్లో ఇట్స్ వన్ ఆఫ్ ది, అంటే ఇంకా ఇట్స్ లైక్ నోబెల్ ప్రైజ్ అని మనం చెప్పొచ్చు. సో అలాంటివి ఎక్స్పర్ట్ అనమాట సార్కి ఒక 88 ఏజ్ ప్లస్ ఉంటుంది. ఈజ్ మై వెరీ వెరీ ఇన్స్పిరేషన్ అనమాట. ఎందుకంటే నేను చిన్నప్పటి నుంచి కూడా, అంటే నాకు రోబోటిక్స్ తెలిసి కొద్దిగా సార్ గురించి అవగాహన వచ్చినప్పటి నుంచి కూడా ఐ హ్యాడ్ బీన్ ఫాలోయింగ్ హిమ్. అంటే ఐ ఆమ్ వెరీ మచ్ ఇంటూ రోబోటిక్స్ గైస్. సో ఇవాళ వీడియోలో ఏంటంటే మనం చూసుకుంటే ఏదైతే హ్యూజ్ అమౌంట్ ఆఫ్ డేటా అనేటువంటిది త్రూ వేరియస్ డివైజెస్ వస్తుందో వాట్ టైప్ ఆఫ్ ఇంపార్టెన్స్ ఇస్ ఇట్ హ్యావింగ్ అనేటువంటి దాని గురించి ఈ వీడియో గైస్. అండ్ ఆల్సో ఇంత డేటా అనేటువంటి దాన్ని కంట్రోల్ చేయడానికి కంపెనీస్కి కానీ గవర్నమెంట్స్కి కానీ ఎంత ఖర్చు అవుతుంది, ఎలాంటి రెగ్యులేటరీ పాలసీస్ తీసుకురావాలి అనేటువంటి వెరీ వెరీ ఇంపార్టెంట్ అంశం గురించి సార్ మాటల్లోనే మనం విందాం గైస్. సో వీడియోలోకి వెళ్ళిపోండి. సో మీరు మొత్తం వీడియో చూడండి. అండ్ మీకు ఏమైనా డౌట్స్ కానీ ఇంకా మీ ఇన్పుట్స్ ఏమైనా ఉంటే కింద కామెంట్ చేయండి గైస్. ప్రతి కామెంట్కి నేను మీకు రిప్లై ఇస్తా గైస్. సీ ఇన్ ద నెక్స్ట్ వీడియో గైస్. బాయ్.
What's happened, and so we need to have a regulation saying the data that's being collected is private, but there should be an opt-in provision for individuals to let their data be used for both public and private uses. And for that they should be compensated. I should get at least 1 year of free phone service in order for you to use all my data. So anyway, I believe with appropriate regulation and legislation, we will have enormous amount of data. We don't need other people's data, because what we are trying to do is create models that are relevant to India. And so the other problem of creating foundation models that are huge and knows everything about everything is too expensive. As you might have read, the last year's or this year's projected investment in AI model building is over $1 trillion. That is 10 to the $12 or 10 to the 14 rupees. So if we say 10 to the 7 rupees is 1 crore, we have 10 to the 1 crore rupees. 10 to this. That's a huge amount. We just cannot afford it. Maybe we can at some future time when we become number 2 economy. But right now, we're in a situation where we should pick and choose. Many of these models are open. They're being created by, and like DeepSeek models open. So we should adopt one of them or 2 or 3 of them, or even work, have partnerships with Google and Meta and say, we will give you our data in return for your models. And then there's a second step they create called fine-tuning, right? Whereby domain-specific or task-specific knowledge can be used to train the weights of the previously fully trained foundation models. That's what we should specialize in. In particular, there's a whole area called Edge AI, which is basically most of the systems using AI will be either on your phones or in your cars or in your farm or whatever. At that point, they don't have all the foundation model in your phone. The foundation models currently are about 10 to the 20 kilobytes of memory. And if you look at the Apple AI models, they are only like 10 to the 10. So we are out by a factor of 10 to the 10. And we don't need all of that. And when you specialize using the process called distillation and compression, you can get that 10 to the 20 down to 10 to the 15 or 10 to the 14. Even that is too big to fit in a personal AI assistant. And so the question will be, how do you fine tune this 10 to the 14 model, which they're not word specific, they're not even India specific, they're your region specific. If you speak Telugu, those are the models that will be enhanced. But more importantly, these 10 to the 14 model going down from 10 to the 10. I think the size of the personal AI models at the edge will be like not 10 to the 10, it will be 10 to the 12 in the next few years. Already you can do 10 to the 12, but it's like very expensive, maybe not $1,000 phone. And so we need to get to that stage where you not only reduce the size of the model, but also increase the capacity of your personal assistant. At that point, you will have what they call a sovereign AI. It's kind of self-contained AI, which does not require any cloud-based interaction. That's where we are going, and that's where we should be spending all our time on, namely, how do we get AI to every person in the country, not just a few people that can afford huge computation models. And those are the ones, so somehow we could concentrate India's investment in AI to problems that will immediately help our citizens, especially the poor and the illiterate in villages. Even if you're an illiterate person, you can still benefit from it, because you don't even have to know how to read or write. All you need to know is to be able to speak. Once you give them the literacy, saying there's an assistant on your phone, all you have to do is press the phone and talk to it. It will give you an answer. And that realization is the most important thing we need to get to every person. How do they know what they can do? Right now, we don't know what is possible. Sorry, I'm going up. So, I'm done.
Yeah. So, I think my next question about what should India do, focus on, you already answered. So, my last question is on, now there is a lot of talk of physical